My name is Andersen, and I'm the Under-Secretary-General at the United Nations and Executive Director of UNEP, the UN Environment Program. My job is to be the stubborn optimist of pushing the world forward. But the truth is that we're not where we want to be. The truth is we're seeing Pakistan, 1/3 of Pakistan underwater. The truth is that the decarbonization that we need to see is not happening as fast as we need to go. The truth is that with COVID, we had an opportunity, sad but true, to put massive amount of money into the economy, which was the right thing to do, but we didn't put sort of green conditionalities on that money to a large extent. So we missed that opportunity. And now, with the war in Ukraine clearly impacting food, energy, and finance, we're suffering. Investment now in renewable energy is the only way out, and making sure that we understand that the poorest countries need support because they are drowning, quite literally. And so ensuring that that finance that was promised will be on the table at COP27, but not just the 100 billion, because that's the floor, but that finance leverages private sector. That's where we need to go. Right now, we're heading to a 2.6, 2.7 degree world. That's not where we want to be. So we need to see more ambitious NDCs, and that is what UNEP is going to push for. A 2.7 degree world is a world that is very hard to even fathom. Right now, we're living in a 1.2, 1.3 degree world, and we're seeing climate catastrophes at our door in the form of fires, in the form of inundations, in the form of droughts, in the form of these shifts between the interdependence of different species and these shifts that happen where one species arrive in a certain place to eat a certain species on its migratory path, but that species is no longer there. So we're seeing these environmental implosions on the species side. So this sort of issue, these sort of catastrophes, are essentially Mother Earth sending us invoices that we will get more frequently in the form of fires and droughts and inundations. And that is not a world we can live in. We are looking at a world where we will see a climate catastrophe every day. And a 2.7 degree world is one where we will see the ice caps melting, of course. We will see rapid sea level rise. We will see warming oceans. We will see the weather patterns that we know, we sort of expect winter, spring, summer, and fall to have certain cadence to it, will be disturbed. And so that is not a world we want to live in, and most certainly not a world we want to leave to those in our lives we love the very, very most, which is our children and our grandchildren.
The world must wake up. We are on the edge of an abyss and moving in the wrong direction.
I think if you ask a poor woman who's pregnant in Pakistan who lives on the road right now, she has fallen off already. I think if you ask people on Pacific Islands whose lands have been lost, they've already fallen off. Or even if you ask people in California whose houses got burnt in a wildfire, they have fallen off. The truth is that we are falling. And the truth is therefore that urgent climate action is the only answer. The only answer. But it doesn't work if one country does it alone. Because if I have climate change, you have climate change. We need to do this together, which is why the multilateral way forward is the only way forward. Look, the G20 countries are responsible for 86% of all carbon emissions. They have to lean in. They have to lean in carbon reductions, but they also have to lean in terms of providing financing. And that is what we call for as we head to COP27. Well, the IRA is a very important bill that was passed, and it's $370 billion on the table. That is massive, and it will make a significant shift at home, but also abroad. Because when industry begins to supply and produce renewable energy, when we begin to invest, well, that brings down the market price, and that is good, not just for at home, but also for beyond the United States. And of course, there's within that money other resources that are critical in this regard. So I'm very, very happy about that, and I'm very thankful that this bill got passed. And yes, I think when leaders put up their hands put the money on the table, and show that degree of leadership. Leadership is earned. It has to be earned every day, of course, by every head of state. But right now we're seeing strong leadership from the US as well as from many other countries, and we're very, very happy about that, including on methane, for example, where again the US has shown leadership. We need to ensure that as we head to Sharm el-Sheikh, to COP27, that we have financing on the table, but also that we begin to engage in a meaningful dialogue on loss and damage. That is the only way that we can move forward, because those countries, such as Pakistan, such as the small island developing states, such as many low-lying states like Bangladesh, they will need support. They are needing support, even at 1.2 or 1.3 degrees heating or warming, and that becomes critical as we move along, because chances are that for now at least we are projecting a continued increase till we bend that curve with our reduction in our carbon emissions. It'll take real leadership, it'll take courage, it'll take boldness, it'll take leaders understanding the responsibility that their populations have put on their shoulders when they put up their hands and said they wanted to lead their nations. Let them understand that they're leading not just their nations, but they are leading a generation that has to essentially save and secure the long-term sustainability of planet Earth. Never before have leaders had that heavy responsibility to their citizens, but also to the citizens of the planet. Now, we can get lost in the small squabbling over small numbers and who has the longest historical trail, and these things matter, don't get me wrong. But it is critical that we understand that this is, as the Secretary-General has said, code red. This is an existential threat, and yes, we are standing on the precipice. And here at COP27, after 28 years of this, because we skipped a year due to COVID, it is now time to make the real commitment, to have the NDCs be much bolder than they are, to have G20 lean in, and not to look back and see who's not with me, but rather to say, how can we lead? Because it is in leadership that this crisis will be resolved.